Hello, today I'm going to take a look at some of Word's keyboard shortcuts. Now, Word has dozens of these things, for all I know hundreds, and my deep respect to anyone who can actually remember them all. But personally, I find I only use about 30 or so on a regular basis. So it's those that I'm going to take a quick look at now. So let's start with the cut, copy, and paste keys. So if we select a bit of text, this here for instance, Control X will cut it to the clipboard, removing it from the document. Control V will paste it back again. Control C will copy the selected text non-destructively, and again we can paste it with Control V however many times we like. This also brings us quite happily to the undo and redo commands. Control Z will undo the last action, and you can go back quite a few actions with that. And Control Y, similarly, will redo. Let's just clean that up. We also have similar commands for copying and pasting formatting, rather like the Format Painter that we have up here on the Home tab. So if we format a bit of text here, let's make it a different font and a different size and make it italic. We can copy that formatting by pressing Control Shift and C while the text is selected. Then we can select some more text somewhere else and press Control Shift and V to paste the formatting, which is very handy. And again, Control Z will get us out of those changes. Another useful one is Control K for creating a hyperlink. So first select a bit of text, press Control K, and it will bring up the Insert Hyperlink dialog. You then just need to enter a URL of some sort in here. Oh, it's happily put the Google URL in for me, and press OK, and we have a hyperlink there. And if we follow the instructions in that nice little pop-up, Control and click, and the web browser comes up on Google. No problem. There are also useful keys for file manipulation. We can press Control and S to save the document. I won't do that because it's not going to look very evident on screen. F12 will open the Save As dialog, allowing us to save to a new name. Cancel out of that. Control P will take us into the print preview window, and Escape will take us out of there. Control F will open the basic find function in the navigation sidebar. We also have keys for text manipulation. If we select a bit of text and press Control B, it toggles bold on and off with each press. Similarly, Control and I toggles italic on and off. And Control U toggles underline on and off. Another helpful one is Control and Enter, or Control and the return key, if you care to put it, which enters a manual page break. If we turn on the formatting symbols by clicking just here, we can actually see that page break that we've just put in. And Control Z puts us back to where we were. We can increment and decrement the font size of the selection by using Control and the opening square bracket key to reduce the font size, and the closing square bracket key to increase the font size. And notice that with every press, as you can see up here, it's going up or down by 1 point only. It's not going up and down by these increments we have in the drop down, which are usually 2 or more points apart. So that can be quite helpful. File navigation, well, the home key will take you to the start of the current line. We've currently got our insertion point in the middle of the line here. Pressing home takes us back to the beginning. Similarly, with the insertion point in the middle again, pressing end takes us to the end of the current line. Control and home takes us to the top of the file. And control and end takes us to the bottom of the file. Let's go back to the top again. Control and A will select everything. It's quite handy. But we can do finer selection using the arrow keys. With my insertion point in the middle of the line again, if I press Shift and the right arrow key, I can select one character at a time to the right. And if I then start to press the left arrow key and Control, it will deselect one character to the left until we get back to the insertion point. Then Control and left arrow starts to select one character at a time to the left. And similarly, if we press Control and Shift and the right arrow key, we can select one word at a time to the right. A word being delimited by a space or punctuation. And again, Control and Shift and left arrow will deselect one word at a time till we get back to the insertion point. Then it starts to select one word at a time to the left. We can also select from the start of the line to the insertion point by pressing Shift and Home. And similarly, from the insertion point to the end of the line by pressing Shift and End. And just 3 more, I think, to finish off with, which are the non-breaking space, first of all. If, let's say, we wanted this word and this word here to stay together on one line, perhaps it's somebody's name or something, we could delete the standard space that's there already and press Control Shift and the space bar to put in a non-breaking space. And that keeps those together. You can see the difference if you press the Hide Show Symbols button. A non-breaking space shows as I think that's a degree symbol, whereas a standard space shows as this elevated dot between words. Another useful one, very similar, is the non-breaking hyphen. If we want to hyphenate these two words, for instance, and make sure that they stay together, we can press Control Shift and hyphen, and there we are. We have a hyphenated word, which will not break at the hyphen. If we want to control where a word breaks, let's say this word here obviously won't quite fit into that space there, we could put in an optional hyphen after, say, the I there by pressing Control and hyphen, and then it breaks. And as we can see, if we take out a word to make a bit more room, when the word comes back together, the hyphen is invisible again. So that can be useful on occasion. So I think that's all I want to look at for now. I hope some people found that useful, and do please call again. Goodbye.